Hey man, hers is dark enough to be like kind of apple juice.
Exactly.
This look like Verner's. We drinking Verner's.
No, that look like a drug
champagne.
test. That look like a drug test.
No, it does look like champagne.
It does look like some little champagne.
It does.
I got my bubbly.
That's how we start this episode, baby.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Mondo, it's your turn to start the intro.
Hey, y'all, we feeling old in this thing. We back. Welcome to the StruggleHolics podcast. I'm your host, Amondo.
Clay Tizzle.
J Smooth.
Alisha A.
Episode 80 back in this thing.
Back in this motherfucker thing.
And we are your struggle specialists, providing laughs at people's struggles, because there's definitely a struggle that I wanted to hit before we get into the boys. So,
Okay.
yeah, stay on this journey with us. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends.
On all social media platforms.
Yes.
All that.
And, yeah. So the struggle I wanted to hit right away was, do y'all think that if you have a child with someone else and they have multiple children, is it your responsibility to provide for the other person's children?
Oh.
We all know what this whole thing is.
That mama a hoe.
Yeah.
I just want to first off start saying that she's a hoe.
Also,
Who's a hoe?
The mama.
Also, apparently,
The mama's a hoe?
Did you see the video?
Also, apparently,
No,
It
there's a
wasn't-
video behind this.
Yeah.
I be
Yes.
always out of the
Oh my
loop.
God.
I was wondering
No,
You
what
gotta
wait,
show the
wait.
video. You gotta show the video.
no, the video will be too long because it's like
Oh, yeah.
4-minute video.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Summarize it for me.
Hold on, but apparently it's not real. Like she did it for TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Apparently,
You
still a hoe.
but you did that to
You
like,
incited a riot.
I don't know how real it is or not. Like if it's truly for TikTok, whatever. But basically, this chick started recording before her baby daddy pulled up. And she said he was doing this all week. Their son called him, asked him, "Can you bring me some McDonald's?" So he been bringing his kid McDonald's every day because his kid called and asked him to.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, "I'm about to expose him because he's bringing food for our kid that we have together. But I got 3 other kids here that's not eating. So why would you just bring one meal for one of the kids and not all of them?" So she literally goes outside and like starts yelling at him. They having a whole fight match. She like, "Those are like, where the fuck those kids' dads at?" Like my kid, and they going back and forth. He like, well, tell him to come outside. He could eat in the cart with me. Then she like, no. And so then she finally took the food from him. He's like, "Thank you," and she threw it on the ground.
But no, like when I say she was going, he wasn't really even saying nothing.
No, she was just going in.
Yeah.
Like extra.
And she
hard.
like
she was violating that man.
She's like
no respect.
You don't just bring him like these are your kid's siblings. And he's like, those that not my fucking responsibility. She like, you knew what you was getting into when you had a kid with me because they was already here.
What,
And
that
it's
you
like,
were a hoe?
so
No,
How many baby daddies
so
she got
she
is a better
easily
question,
has
too.
1 to 3 other baby daddies because she has 4 kids total.
Yeah.
And he's one of them, so
He
she has
said
1
they
to
daddy.
3.
He did say they daddies.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So she has multiple baby daddies. So like, where are they dads at? And she talking about like she don't get her food stamps to the 7th or something like that, or the 2nd.
No, that
But-
bitch said the 11th. I remember. I just saw it today. I rewatched that
But
motherfucker.
her
Mid-month.
nails are done in this video. Your kid's not eating, but your nails done.
but eat that acrylic, motherfucker.
Apparently, I don't know how true this part is either, but somebody has said that her nail technician came out and exposed her, saying like she just paid $100 for her nails. So your kid's in there starving. Your kid's in there starving, and you mad at the one dad that's actually providing food for his kid, and your other kid's not eating, and you said that's unfair. DoorDash the other kid some food. Problem
I don't
solved.
get my food stamps to the 11th.
Figure it out.
Yo,
I
like,
just feel like
I think she could have easily said, "Yo," like she could have called him ahead of time because she knew he was coming. Obviously,
Yeah, I
and been
think
like,
the way she went about it was
Exactly.
real
it's like
wrong.
I
It
get
was.
it back to you on the 11th, baby. Like you could have just
not
said
even
that. Like, in the
Like,
phone call.
how did he know that the other kids, that she was struggling with the other kids? How
it's
is he
not.
supposed to
It's
know
not my
that?
business to.
Well,
Exactly.
he needs to know about the mom having an issue because that's his child's mother. So, like, he should, if helping, I don't know, that's a tricky situation because I feel like if helping them
No,
is
'cause-
helping her.
If she's struggling,
Just let
but
my
she's
kid
not
come
telling
stay
me.
with
But she's not telling me.
Yeah, if she's not
Yeah,
telling,
if you're not telling me, and my kid just asked me for something,
and you're cussing
I
him
got it.
out, that's not right.
But your other kids are not my responsibility. You could have called and asked, like, hey, can you not bring them some McDonald's because the other kids won't get any, and I don't want to have that. I don't want them being pissed off that think anything.
Or take him. You gotta know.
Or just ask for the $5
take him for dinner.
Pay for the Happy Meal. And
just be like,
I'm ready with it.
Yo, or not even that. Yo, can you grab them something too? I'll reimburse you when I can.
Yeah.
No,
it's smooth like that.
Yeah, it could have been smooth.
No,
you never know their relationship though.
Yeah, I mean, like
it seemed like
you should have just like cut it into like fourth and split it up for everybody.
No,
you get a nugget. You get a nugget.
But you see why she a baby mama.
Like,
that's all that's
you could easily just call and be like, "Yo, can you get them something as well, and I'll pay you back when I can." Most of the time, they're gonna be like, "Yeah, if you come real cool and calm, and I got it." Just like, "Yeah, I got it, whatever."
Exactly.
I feel like if you know, I feel like it's because it's kids, man. Kids are like innocent.
They are.
So like, I feel like if say I had a kid with somebody and I know that they're struggling and they have other kids, and I go over there to get my kid something, I feel like just because the type of person I am, I will probably end up giving the other kids something. And I come from a big family with a lot of siblings, so I will automatically.
Well, what if that's beyond your means?
Because like
Exactly.
say my situation, so like 4 of my dad's kids is like the first 4, and then I have 3 other siblings from a different dad. But like my dad started coming around more. We started like hanging out with him and doing stuff. But like eventually, like now it comes to a point where we all like do stuff together. Not saying like my dad like has to do that in any type of way, or or saying vice versa, like because same thing. Their dad has done stuff for us.
Exactly.
It's just like we're kind of like it's just like family is family.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna talk shit, like if my mom was like talking shit about one or the other because they didn't do something for somebody who's not their kid, no, that's not the move.
Like for me, it's just a very like very interesting situation overall. Because my first thing is like, what if it is really beyond the man's means to be able to provide that for more than one kid? Yeah. And he only has one, and it's only with you. Now, what you did outside of the relationship prior to him, that is your problem. That is your decision that you made prior to me. You shouldn't then force those things upon me and expect me to then tolerate or put up with it when you're doing it in a very disrespectful way.
Exactly.
Like, the respect thing for me is like huge because she was just going at this nigga, real or fake. I'm like, hold on, like that shit was getting on my skin a little bit. I'm like, because this bitch is really like off her rocker.
The fact
like,
that he's doing anything for the kid, off, you know what I'm saying?
You
should respect that and honor that, no matter like how he's going about doing it. Just making an effort at all should be.
Yeah, and then he was like, well, let him come out in the car, like that type of shit. Aww. So it's not doing it in front of the other kids and making them feel bad or jealous that they can't eat.
No, kids gonna go in there like, I had McDonald's, y'all niggas.
My daddy got me a flurry.
Like, hey, don't say shit when you get out this car. Because you probably ate with your mom before and ate with your siblings, and she tell you, don't tell their ass.
We didn't stop at no fast food.
Exactly. It's been like that a couple times.
Even when I was grown, I remember I used to come home from like work or whatever. Come home with food. No, I'll come in the house with food. My mom's like, why didn't you ask anybody else if they want anything?
God.
Ma, you made dinner and didn't even make enough for me to eat. Y'all ate dinner and everything.
Swear to God, dude.
But my mom used to always get on me about it. Like, even when I was grown, like, don't come in the house unless like you call and ask if anybody want anything.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't thinking about nobody else.
For real.
But like, that's how I used to be.
But I understand now that I'm grown, like why my mom said that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
My thing is, I think she
went about it wrong.
She went about it the wrong way because I feel like even she could have easily asked him or any of her other baby daddies and be like, "Yo, money's tight right now. Can you spot me a couple bucks so I can get some food in the house for the kid?
Mm-hmm.
Well, for the kids."
People don't want to humble themselves like that though.
It's not even humbling yourself. It's all about how you approach it. Because most men, like you have a kid with, and they're like, "I'm in my kid's life. I'm taking care of my kid." If you come like calm, not no bullshit, and just be like, "Yo, shit's kind of tight right now. Can you spot me so I can have some food in the crib?"
But that do come with humility, though.
It comes with humility, but it, like I guess more so, it's like it's more ego to me versus humbling.
You got to
like,
take that hit to your pride, and
So
women aren't willing to really do that.
Which is sad because that is a kid. You made the conscious decision to have sex with this person. You're having a child with this person. Like
potentially 2 to 3 other dudes.
I don't care if you hate each other. talk strictly about the kid then.
Like, if you are in that much of a dire financial situation, why aren't you collecting child support from those other dads that aren't in their kids' lives? That's like what I got a problem with personally, because you taking out on the man that's actually still being with you despite what you got going on and your entire situation. And that's a lot of fucking baggage to bring to a table for a man. And he got a kid with you, so he's really tied to you in that, like
stuck.
Like, he can't really go nowhere. Especially if he wants to be a good, like, dad, unlike the other fucking people that you've been with. So, again, there's no fucking reason to take that on the man.
Yeah. And we don't know what the mother man had going on either.
He could have. We don't know their relationship. But still.
We don't know the circumstances.
Like, I'm just taking it for what it is.
She could have been extra sensitive.
She could have handled that a whole lot better.
It's all about how you approach things. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
Exactly.
Agreed.
You tell them, you come at me yelling at me. As soon as I walk out the car, I'm getting ready to hand my kids some food, and you coming at me on bullshit.
And they gonna take the food,
then you
throw it.
Yeah,
I knew she was gonna throw
waste
it.
my money.
I said it in my head, nigga, don't get her this food. Please don't get it. You think she switched up that quick? She is committed to what she's doing. You thought she switched like that?
I mean, but like,
I know what you about to do.
Let's just say you pull up. No, put yourself in a situation. You pull up, cool. I'm about to go hand my kid this shit because he called and asked for it. I'm about to bet. I pull up. As soon as you walking up, she coming out with the camera out in your face. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Well,
I'm leaving off rip. I'm taking the food. I'm
what
eating the Happy
about?
Meal.
Eat them nuggets on the island. This is crazy.
I'm out.
It ain't enough food in there for the other kids. She's like, what that got to do with me?
I would have been like, how many you got now?
Should have cut that shit up in fours.
Nah.
One kid eat
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
grass.
saying. That's
Like
what
I
I'm saying,
said,
bro.
she could have easily solved the problem calling ahead of time. If this is truly an issue that one kid is eating and the other kid's not, you could have easily called, hey, can you grab a couple more? I'll pay you back when I can. It's not even a matter of, he probably won't even trip because, 4 Happy Meals, well, inflation is probably like $30. But it's like, I ain't going to trip on the 30.
Inflation.
Was she at work or something, though? That's the question. Was she at work when it happened?
No, I think she's
I had never
No,
brought
that
inflation
didn't
into the
look like a
calculation
house.
until just now.
That didn't look like they was at a salon or some kind of boutique or somewhere. It looked like they was in a little shop
Yeah, it definitely looked like that.
or a little shopping setting.
I would have been
Some
like,
kind of
where
shit
my
store or
food
something.
at?
No, she ain't getting shit.
Where my meal at?
You grown. You just got your nails
I had
done.
your baby. Where my meal at?
No, you're not my woman. You are not my responsibility anymore.
That's
Yeah,
not
like-
true.
Yeah, like,
In a-
I'm wondering if they was even in a
That's not-
relationship.
in a
That's
small
not
sense of the term, yes, she is,
She-
because
no,
you
she's
had
not.
a baby with this woman carried your child.
Okay, where the
Who's
other
taking
relationships
care of your
at?
child,
No,
especially if the kid's living with her.
No, listen.
So what's she gonna do for you? For me?
No, you
What's she gonna do
grown.
for me too?
Take care of your child, raise him.
I'm taking care of my
Be his
child too.
mother.
I'm being a daddy too. Y'all
But if
underplay the
he's-
daddy
no,
role, and we would
I'm
not
not-
allow
no, I'm
this.
not
We are
underplaying
black
it.
fathers,
But
and
I'm
we would
saying-
not allow
Put
this.
your foot down.
I'm
Rondo.
putting that motherfucker
It
down right.
depends.
Goddamn, not.
It depends on what he's doing. What if he hasn't done anything and that was his like little shining moment? Because niggas,
But he's been
No.
doing it though.
Oh, here go a Happy
It
Meal.
sounds like he take care of the kid because she
it
was saying it.
sound like
We don't
Yeah,
know if
it's
she
like
take care of the kid. Just because you a mama don't
Wait,
mean you take
wait.
care of your kid.
that's true.
Wait, no.
That's
Right.
true.
Her saying that, like, listen, you literally just spent money on getting your nails done, but the rest of your kid's not eating.
Exactly.
So she clearly not doing her mom.
Like, what are you eating?
But did she say like the kids are starving? Like, what's the context? Did she say the kids are starving, or did she just
She
say
don't
like
get her
they probably
stamps
wanted
until
some?
the 11th.
So them kids weren't finna eat for the rest of the day or something.
I don't know what day it was when the video dropped or what day she was recording on.
I'm gonna
but
watch this video and come back to it.
Please. But that's what I say. We was raised though. Like,
I mean-
we don't go over people's houses when other kids and stuff. We don't go over there and eat around them and stuff like that.
Yeah,
We were raised like
yeah,
that. My
yeah,
mom
yeah.
and them would not allow us to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I
Especially
feel
we
that,
had
though.
stuff
Yeah.
we gonna eat before we go there or something. We're not
You
gonna
don't-
take it
in
there and eat
front
in
of
front
other
of people.
kids.
Yeah.
You don't
Yeah.
do that, but also too, we also don't know the context. His kid calling him asking for that. You don't know if his siblings
Yeah.
there or not. Your siblings could have been going at your parents' house or
Mhm.
could have been doing anything else.
Yeah.
I'm just coming here to provide. My kid called me, asked me, can I give him this? Cool, that's what I'm doing. 9 times out of 10, you're not thinking about other kids being there because like it's not my business. I'm like, you didn't call me and be like, hey dad, can you bring me some McDonald's? And I just hear all the kids running around. Hell, even if I did hear kids running around, it's not like something clicking in your head.
Mhm.
Yo, do they want something too?
Yeah, and
It all
also,
depends on the type of person she is too.
Yeah.
I don't
It just
think- I
depends
don't
on
think-
the dynamic.
I don't
Yeah.
think it's a switch that click in your head that just makes you think of like automatically getting other kids shit.
also
I ain't gonna say that because-
unless you know prior to like, okay, you at home and they don't have anything there.
Yeah. But I ain't
Oh,
gonna
they
lie.
want something.
That it's a natural switch in my head.
I mean, like, how good
ain't for
could
me.
their relationship really
Especially
be,
if I'm doing
though?
something for the kids. It's a natural switch for me.
I feel like I would do it. I mean, I don't have kids, but
Because I
I
love
would
the
just be
kids.
like, you know
Mind
what?
for the kids.
It-
But fuck them kids.
Yeah.
But it's
Fuck
like
them kids.
it's like how good could their relationship be if they aren't really living together or anything, and she's living with the 4 kids. You know what I mean? So they can't really be on.
That don't mean their
like, the
relationship is
best
bad.
terms.
Also,
They can't be on the best terms because
Not true.
Not true.
Not true.
Well, it don't look like they're on the best terms. Right?
Yeah.
You got to watch the video.
Well,
Context
she was
is
being
everything.
It
disrespectful.
don't look like
Yeah.
it don't look like she fuck with that.
She
nigga
being
at all,
disrespectful
for real.
because she started recording talking about, I'm about to expose you because like you sitting on Instagram trying to make it look like you such a good dad, but you only bringing food for one kid, not the other kids.
Exactly.
Oh,
I
she
got
was
3 more
reaching.
kids. That's
No.
literally what she's saying.
Any
in the
man
video.
you respect, you're not doing that for.
Yeah,
As a,
that's
any man you
literally
respect,
what
you're not
she's saying.
do him like
That's
that.
what she's saying in the video. Like you front on Instagram like
And
you
your
such a
kids
good
are
dad.
watching this probably.
Like you
Oh,
acting like
okay.
you such a good dad, but you only bring food for one kid and not my other kids. He's like, I only have the one kid with you.
He said, "I
Like-
did
like,
the one
he
and
li-
done it."
I
He
don't get
literally
one of them
said-
nuts
You
out.
kept continuing.
He
Right.
literally said, like, where's the other kid's dad at?
That's what I mean, bro. Because he don't know what the fuck they got going on. Because they don't really have a relationship like that outside of their kid. That's their connection.
If-
So
Yeah.
if the
if-
kid gets in contact with him, he's just doing something for his kid.
you got to think if
you don't know what the fuck they got
if
going
she's
on with them
reaching-
other ones.
if she's reaching like this to try to expose you for being a bad dad, if she's trying to expose you, imagine the type of person she is in general in a relationship.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
want no contact.
That's why that
with you
nigga
with
ran
some-
for the hills.
I don't like
Yeah,
if
watch
it has
your baby mama.
if it has nothing to do with our kid.
But she tied his shoes before he started to run, so he tripped.
Oh my god.
Look, if you act like this and we not in a relationship, I can just imagine how you are when we in a relationship.
Yeah.
So if it has nothing to do with my kid, don't talk to me.
Agreed.
We have nothing to talk about.
Agreed.
So once again, he probably didn't know about the other kids or their whole situation because
100%.
the way she was coming to him, she definitely ain't calling and asking him for help. She ain't gonna say that shit. Like, look, your kid over here needs some food, so give me the money to get him some food. That's her humbling herself to ask him. That's the type of energy she
Yeah.
would give.
But no, it's not his responsibility.
I don't think
But
so.
if he
either,
was able
no.
to do it, then shit,
Especially
go
if she
ahead,
got another
do it,
dude.
fellas. But if
I don't know.
That,
if
I was
if
gonna
y'all-
ask that. I was just about to say, does she have a man at home?
yeah, 'cause that's a big question too.
Because
If you
that
got a
would
nigga laying up in your
really-
I
house.
literally did not even think of that, bro.
Yeah,
No,
if you got a
really.
nigga laying up in
That
your
opened a
house.
whole new can of worms.
Hey, look,
Man,
you
get
managing your pussy wrong.
Hey, look.
You need-
I agree.
You're managing it wrong, baby.
if you got
You're
to
not
do that
shooting
home,
high enough.
if you got to do that home, you
With
one
the pussy
you really.
power.
If she got to do that home, you really are not my responsibility now.
I swear to God, like you barely
And like, secondly, why isn't food in the house and you got a man sleeping in your bed every night?
factual,
Shit, nigga
actual,
better be getting up and
factual.
doing
Especially if
something.
he's the father of one of the kids. Like,
Oh,
What
my
if he
God,
ain't?
That's a throwback. For
That
me.
seemed like some type of shit should be on. He's
Oh
probably not. He's probably none of his kids. He
so
probably
he
around
just
kicking
chilling
the
with
forts,
4 other kids,
kicking the forts,
Oh my God!
like little Jolly Snoop Dogg. What's his name, baby boy?
Man, fuck your fork.
Oh my God, dog.
So clearly, this chick is struggling.
Oh yeah, she most definitely single, bro. There's no way.
She's
Like,
struggling by
what
choice.
sane man?
She's literally struggling by choice.
Mm,
You got your
yeah.
nails done, but you ain't got food in the crib, which means you could have took that money you paid for your nails to get some food. You could have bought some noodles, bought some rice.
I see it all the
bought some
time at my
eggs, some
job.
cheap
People
shit.
coming in like, "Oh my God, you
Right.
turn our water off. How could you do such a thing?" Nails blinged out to the T. Look
Also-
at my nails.
Also, another thing for me, it's like the child care system for like child support and everything is set up for women to get the money.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
So for the fact that you like,
set up for
That's
the women to win.
you like,
A lot.
where's your funds at? Like, how much? Like, do you buying designer bags too? Shoes?
None of the
Like,
dads is paying
like,
child
what are
support.
I seen this
Come on
video.
now.
I seen this video.
you had to at least get one of them motherfuckers.
Don't put them on child support.
I had to get 1 out of 3 to stick.
No, my thing is,
Hello?
here's the thing. I've seen so many videos
don't know, man.
on the internet of women taking dudes to court, simply want to spite them to get them to pay more child support
That's fucked.
just because they're bitter and mad at them. Like, I feel like child support is really for the dads that's not involved in their kids' life
Yeah, exactly.
whatsoever.
Not at
How
all.
it should be. Yeah.
So you have to pay because you basically you had sex.
Mhm.
This kid was born, and like you have to either sign away your rights or you have to pay child support. 1 of the 2. I feel like that should be the options there.
Mhm.
But of
Which
course,
is sad that
Exactly.
that women have to take your ass to court just to be a father. Like you should just want to do
That's
that.
that's a slippery slope.
I think there's two sides to everything.
It's a slippery slope because this kind of this.
If the mom is horrible, I totally understand. But like at the same time, there are so many like
this comment is going to.
That's why child support became a thing.
This comment is going to transition into a whole different topic. Okay. But basically,
you know, I love topics.
I'm for women having the right to choose, like whether to keep the baby or get rid of the baby.
Oh no!
Yes, we table this. Yes, let's table this. I knew this was transition.
Okay.
But no, let me finish. So I'm for women having the right to choose to keep the baby or terminate whatever you choose to do. That's between you and the dude you had sex with.
We're pro-choice on this podcast.
I also think I'm pro-choice for men too. Like if I tell you ahead of time, I do not want this kid.
Facts.
And you choose to keep it anyway.
Facts.
Why do I have to pay?
Exactly. Agreed.
Like just because we had sex and you ended up
pregnant. We got to get this shit in contract form now. Just like
basically because women like
I think it should be a 50-50 decision fully.
Mentally and emotionally, a lot of women
decision.
It should be, but once a woman's pregnant, she has all the rights. She gets to choose to keep it or not keep it. Mm-hmm. And the man has no say so. Mm-hmm. Which and I'm like, if she's crazy, and because some women do keep babies to try to keep the man around, and she's not in a position to keep the kid. I mean, to provide for a kid. So if the dude chooses to leave and he told you ahead of time, I don't want a kid, I feel like whatever happens after that, that's on you. You chose to have a kid, and he told you from the get go, I don't want to have a kid. Mm-hmm. Don't call him a deadbeat when he been straight up with you from the beginning.
Y'all been out here being killers.
But do we hold the man accountable for?
Do you hold the women accountable for the abortions? That's all I would say.
I mean, for
some women
planting the seed in the first place. Like,
I mean, no, some people. There's been pregnancies and you wore a condom.
That's fair.
I had to say, if you have sex with somebody, it should be somebody you can see yourself.
100%. Every time you go,
I know you're gonna fuck some random people. We know you're gonna fuck around. But at least make sure they got a little something going on for themselves. Make sure you fucking with them.
Well, make sure you put some effort into
definitely do that, y'all. Definitely do that.
That's what I do. Make sure they got something going for
I do think
mistakes happen.
Yeah,
I do think if you end up having a kid and you like, I'm gonna be here for the kid, and you there for the first couple months, whatever, then you end up dipping out. Then you need to be on child support. Your dad be dad and all that shit. Like I definitely agree with that. But also, some women can't handle the mental, emotional damage it do to you too, and physical damage that like having an abortion. Mm-hmm. So they rather just have the kid because it's like, I can't live with myself if I do that. So I'm gonna end up having the kid. Yeah, but then it puts you in a fucked up situation because if the dude don't want the kid either and he chooses not to be there, now y'all gonna be fighting for basically for the rest of y'all life because you put him on child support to pay for this kid that he told you he didn't want. And I just think that that's fucked up. Yeah. And also too, dudes and women, because I know of at least one woman who has to pay child support to the man. But like, you can go to jail for not paying child support.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You like that shit is real. Like you go to jail for not paying child support, and it's fucked up.
Yeah.
But this transition into the whole Roe versus Wade, and that shit is so upward.
Let me take a breath. Hold on. Let me take a sip of my drink.
I had to take a real deep breath.
I want to know. So
I'm stressed the fuck out.
The way everybody,
it's about to get controversial, y'all.
The way everybody's attacking this thing, they're making it seem like they got rid of people being able to have abortions. Period. Well, I've also been told that I haven't read
in some states, yes.
I haven't read on anything of what I've been told. The government basically was like, we're not responsible for this anymore. We're leaving it up to the states to decide whether y'all want to have abortions legal.
That's
there
exactly
or not.
what they did.
Yes. So, and the issue with that is, so when it became law on the federal level, all of the states decided that, okay, there's no point in us voting on this now since it's a federal thing. Mm-hmm. And none of them really ever did. With I think except for a few, if I'm not mistaken. But their old
laws were still intact with Roe versus Wade coming forward. It was just basically a way to put the rest of the laws at bay, if that makes sense.
Exactly. Yeah, they doing this to keep attention off gun laws.
And for money.
I think
abortion is money.
And not feeding the children that they want
no.
people to have.
No, here's
where the
here's
baby
two
food at.
things. It's one's woke and one's both situations are woke. Like one, I think people they're more so doing it for political reasons. Democrats are for it, Republicans are against it.
Mm-hmm.
So the Republicans are, because where it's illegal is all Republican states: Texas, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia. Shit like that's all Republican states.
There's southern states where the rich are the top, the rich, as they always have been, like back in the day, and the poor is the poor. We don't even have to go into the people who make up the poor, because we already know.
Also, the woke side of me, or the conspiracy theorist side of me, makes me think that because it's more white people that have abortions than any other race, because it's a bigger population.
Yeah,
but like no, so. And as time gradually goes on, they say by 2045, if we keep going this way we're going, as far as like, that's why they're making immigration laws in the South so difficult, whatever. Because if it kept going the way it's been going, most of America would be Latina. Because
or minority in general.
It'd be a minority, but it'd be more
in
like
the
Mexican.
States, we're a minority, but not in the world.
So that's why that's why they whole build the wall. They're making it more difficult to come in down there. And that's why they also making abortion laws more. They're trying to make abortion illegal because in order for white people to keep their power.
Yep, they need to be white people.
Yeah, there need to be white people. So if there's 60% more white people having abortion than every other race, how can we get more white people in this country?
And y'all put that Planned Parenthood
not even
out
just
here
that.
to kill the black
Wealthy
community.
white
Look
people.
what it's doing to y'all.
But Planned Parenthood, they get like $50 million a year from Democratic Party.
Yeah, because it was put here to try to kill the black. It was used to try to exterminate black kids. That's really why they put Planned Parenthood in.
This is just the woke side of me. This is also like
this is the
I
real
disagree
shit.
about the Planned Parenthood.
I'm about to say,
What? That it was put here? No, that was literally what's the name?
No, I truly
That was
believe
a
that back
fact.
in the day. Way
That was
back.
No, I'm
way
saying
to
like
use-
now. I feel like
Oh,
in the beginning
it's
it was
evolved.
used as a.
It's still
Yeah.
used for that, but it has other sources now. Just like everything, a lot of stuff like jail, you got other sources, but shit, it was used to be a new slavery.
The info I got, it was from a YouTuber. Like when I had, when they were talking about it, I'm like, this shit makes sense. Like that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like you want to keep America white. How can you do that if you're not getting white people to come here? It's mostly Middle Eastern folks and Mexican and minorities, and then it's the rate of mixed babies that's coming out. Like America is not as white as it used to be.
Not only that, so if women have a choice,
switching it over,
it's not only just about a race thing too. It's about a sex thing as well. Because say women have a choice, women are more apt to say they make a decision to have abortions, move forward. Women in lower classes have more opportunities when they decide they don't want to have kids. Same thing with birth control.
Kids, though.
Same thing with birth control. No, I'm just saying if
you
the girl's chances of going more forward in life with an abortion are dramatically higher, as opposed to if they say no, you can't have abortion. Say right now I get pregnant. I have all these plans and things I want to do. Oh, you can't have an abortion. Okay, so there goes all my plans. This is A, B, C, D.
Yeah,
I'm still stuck in my same situation, in my same. You know what I'm saying?
That's how the rich stay rich.
That's my controversy side coming in, because you shouldn't be banking on abortions.
Not banking, but no, you should have the option.
There's women out here banking on abortions.
I think
there are.
But
of course, there's always the opposite side.
Time out. This is what I got to say also. You still have the option. You just have to do it yourself now, or have to go to find somewhere else.
You have to drive to a whole nother state just to get it done.
You really got to put effort into it now.
Yeah.
It ain't no just I can go around the corner to the doctor. You got to put effort into.
But also too, when you come from a low income city, you ain't got a reliable car.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't really got no way of getting to a whole nother state.
Extremely hard.
Kind of fucked up. Kind of got to do it. I also think if you in a low income, you can't go out of state to have a kid, or whatever, and you at risk of, if you have this baby, you could die, or you have a stillborn, and that can also kill you, or you're a rape victim or
That's
victim.
what I'm saying. It's some special circumstances I understand why abortion
it's
is
still
needed,
illegal there, so you might not be
all
able
that other
to.
shit I don't be understanding.
Or you don't have the money or the means to take care of yourself in order to bring a child into the world.
You shouldn't be out here fucking like you can.
So you shouldn't have sex because...
Yes! Alisha, just imagine what you just said. So you would prefer to have sex and be able and make an accident and kill a baby over just not having sex at all.
with the
It's a
attempt,
fetus.
but
It's a fetus.
No, it's
women
not.
should have-
Bro, listen, all that
okay,
fetus shit
so say
out
I
the
want to
window.
get my
It's a baby,
tubes
bro.
tied. Say I want to get my tubes
No.
tied.
I agree with that. I agree they
Okay.
should allow women
Yo.
to get their tubes tied
But it's
earlier.
like,
But
If
also,
they want to.
if you
why
get-
is
don't
it
wanna have
all
a
on the
baby.
woman?
no, if you get your tubes
That's
tied,
the responsibility you gave by God.
That's-
You are
Once
celebrated
religion
to
gets
be a
put
woman.
into it, I gotta
Listen,
leave the conversation.
Yeah, you lost me on
Well,
that.
well,
one.
your
All right.
higher maker or whatever. Well,
No.
whoever made you a woman, you're a woman, aren't you?
Yeah, but
Okay,
it takes
then.
two to tango.
It do, but you take more responsibility as being a woman. You got to understand to be more responsible with yourself, though.
No,
You gotta take, how you not gonna take that responsibility? So
you're saying you could-
so you allow everybody to have sex
Oh,
with you,
boy.
right?
So
The
as
person
a
you have
man-
sex with you, do you say yes or do you say no to let them have sex
So
with you?
as a man,
Do
you
you
can
have that?
just
No.
come out and just have sex with all these women, whether they get pregnant
You
or not.
can't
you
have
just live
sex
your
with
best
women
life.
if they don't allow you to have sex with them.
What?
Am I right or am I
women are allowed
wrong?
to have
Am I
sex.
right or am I
it's
wrong?
So it's entirely
Am I
on
right
the
or am I
woman for
wrong?
that?
Wait,
So it's on the
he's right.
woman?
He's right
Oh
in
my
the
God!
aspect.
So you're not gonna
no.
let her take responsibility for her own body? It's
Wait.
your body. You have to take responsibility for it. How
Alicia,
you not gonna take
Alicia,
responsibility for it?
Leave out the aspects of grape victims. We're not talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
We're not-
100%.
yeah, we're
I
not
accept
talking-
them as
100%.
circumstances,
Yeah,
but other than
we're
that,
not talking about
man, all
like
the other shit.
we're not talking about like the series like
No,
where men
yeah.
take it. We're
Yeah.
talking about. Like,
I'm talking about like me. For me, average woman,
Yeah.
no kids,
Mhm.
sexual being, clearly. And on the other flip side, so people are like, oh, there's birth control, there's this. Why is this solely falling on the woman? And not to mention
Who can have babies?
that,
Y'all get praised for having babies, so y'all
but
should be
it takes
responsible
two
for
to
having-
have a baby. You both, we just
Yes.
talked about this. It's a
But-
50-50 decision. Just because I want to have sex, I
Hey.
shouldn't be penalized for that.
But
You
no,
sh- but
that's,
it comes with
why-
having sex. That's like saying if
But
I kill
also-
somebody, I shouldn't be penalized for it.
Because
But
if men,
responsibility.
if it was up to
But-
the men to
but
make the
there-
decision, it would be so 50.
but there's also
it would be
like to
upside
play
down.
the other side. There's also male birth control options. Like
It
there's
just came
also
out. And I-
vasectomy.
yes, and I agree with
vasectomies
that.
are reversible.
But
No, they're not.
who
Yes,
gets
they
pregnant?
are.
Who gets
it's
pregnant?
it's
gotta take
possible, but it
responsibility for
isn't
it.
probable. It's a chance that it can be reversible, but not all vasectomies are reversible.
Store up some sperm, bro. Like
It's
if,
not a-
if that's
and
not
that's
where
the
you're at in your
only-
life and you're not ready for that,
I mean, but
don't
also-
be fucking sleeping around.
But-
That's what
but
niggas
listen,
do, and then
come on.
they just
You
disappear. my
can't
nigga.
have sex with a
That's what-
woman without her giving you consent unless it's rape.
Same with the man. There should be consent on both sides.
Yes.
So you're both going in there together.
But you have an understanding that but
This
you
is-
have a greater responsibility. You got a greater deal in it, knowing that you can get pregnant.
That's
So
why-
you have to be extra careful. You have to be extra responsible with yourself, knowing
That's-
that you're gonna have to carry it.
Yo.
He's not gonna have to carry it.
That's why I say I feel bad because women have the bigger burden.
They have
of
to be.
having
That's why they
sex.
get praised for being mothers. Mothers get lifted up because mothers get praised more than fathers,
even
and
when
we
they're,
give
even when
mothers
they're crap
all
moms.
that. And
Even-
I respect the fuck out mom.
Which I think is wrong. As far as the actual carrying of the baby, the
Yes.
child, yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what y'all are put on a pedestal. Now, if you own that pedestal, you gotta live up to your pedestal. You gotta be more responsible with who you have sex with because they can give you a baby.
Yeah, that's why back in the day, people weren't just fucking like how
Exactly.
they fucking now. You had to like take them on dates, really get to know a person
Mhm.
before you have it. Or that's why they say don't have sex until you're married.
Exactly.
Because you have to get to know the
You
person
had to be
first. You need to know
responsible
what
for
kind
your
of person.
So
you
this
be
is
with.
why-
That religious reasoning for abortion is.
I don't even want to talk about like
crazy.
abortion
That shit is
in the
crazy.
one term of abortion. So I want to talk about like the other realms of things that are being like taken away. Like this is like the very beginning.
yes.
Like for example, like birth control options.
Mhm.
I've only done 2 different kinds, and they both have been fucking horrible so far. I'm just gonna like the birth control is so hard on the woman, so horrible. Like why aren't they experimenting with the men? If you want to get your tubes tied, you have to jump. Oh, you're like
Yeah.
the responsibility's on you.
No, I just
but it's
found
like
that-
it's not like you could just go to the store and be like, hey, can you just like can I take a pill and then not be able to have babies? Because I'm sure every woman would be like down. Like who doesn't
Yeah.
want kids?
I just
Me?
found out that like
It's easier said than done.
Women do have to go through a lot as far as getting their tubes
A
tied.
lot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hell
like-
yeah. That shit is a.
No,
a-
not even
I'm
that.
not,
Are you
I'm not
sure?
taking away from none of
If-
that. But
no,
you
if
gotta be
you're-
responsible for your coochie.
If you're
Agreed.
married,
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. If you're married and a woman wants to get her tubes tied, she has to get it. The husband has to agree. He has to sign off on his woman, on the wife being able to get her tubes tied. If she's not married, she has to go see a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist has to tell
If you
the
don't
doctor
have
it's
kids,
okay.
they're like, oh, you
Yeah,
might
if
change
you
your
don't have
mind down the
kids,
road.
yeah.
Here's
But-
some birth control options that will ruin you with hormones.
That is to me
It's
that's crazy to me that like you have to get an okay from your husband or whoever your husband legally, but also because they're like, what if your husband want kids?
Like just
Yeah, because that's giving him an option to see. Like,
it's giving him an
with
option
you,
too. But like the fact that I want to do this with my body, I have to go
it's
it with this. What if like me? What if I'm like
that's marriage though?
biggest
Y'all
issue is
become
just-
one now. It ain't just your body no more. It's his body too. And just
Bullshit
like his
though,
body is your
because if a
body.
man wants a vasectomy in a marriage, you know what he has to do? He has to go into the doctor. They say, question 1, question 2, question 3. Okay, let's schedule your vasectomy. Boom, boom, boom.
But that
They
just
don't say,
Wait,
is your
what?
wife okay with you having a vasectomy? They might ask the question, but they're not
do they
going to
ask that?
change their mind.
I don't know. I can call.
They're not going to
somebody
be
and
like, oh, your wife said
know a
no to
couple
the
guys that got
vasectomy. She
vasectomies.
wants babies. Like, they're not. They're going to be like, okay, let's
They-
schedule this
they
shit right
might.
now.
I
because
don't know.
it's how
I've
marriage
never heard
works.
that.
The marriage
No.
is set up for the man
not-
to lead the
They're
family.
not.
He get to make
They
the
might
decision.
consider it. Overall, the doctor might consider it because I think it's on like a doctor or a practice
I mean, we're-
basis. But that's it.
Where's the equality coming in at?
And not
though?
to mention the money.
Man,
Equality
the
is a
money.
myth.
Nobody
Equality-
wants equality.
You're like,
for real.
take care of
If we
your
wanna talk
vagina.
about equality, nobody want to talk
Birth
about
control is
equality for real.
expensive, especially the higher end, the 99%
That's why
birth control.
you just got to be careful with your coochie. None of this will happen.
So I'm broke, so I can't have sex because I'm broke.
Yes! If you broke, you shouldn't be worried about no fucking sex. Get your ass in line. Get up off your ass and go figure out. So you shouldn't be hunching on shit. You shouldn't be hunching on shit. You should be up figuring out a way to get your ass
Hold on,
unbroke.
all right.
These niggas out here fucking with $2 in their bank
we gotta
account.
calm
They
it
should
down.
not be out
We
here
gotta calm
fucking
it
with
down.
$2. That's what I'm saying, Alicia. They shouldn't be out here hunching on shit. You should be figuring out why the fuck I only got $2
So the
in my bank
lower
account.
class can't fuck?
Hey, Jack.
That's tough.
You can fuck, but make sure you fucking with somebody that you know gonna be here for you.
Oh
Who
my
knows
God.
who gonna take care of the baby. So you want to fuck with somebody who you know ain't gonna take care of their baby? So you tell me that's who
my
you're willing to
God.
fuck.
There's
That shows how much you care about yourself and your coochie.
there's
That's-
You deserve to get
valid.
pregnant.
You ain't never had one night stand?
No, never. Not never.
I have, and let me tell you, it
Damn.
was great.
Hold on.
And
Yeah,
that's cool.
I've
And
had
I
some
didn't get
great
pregnant
nights.
either. You know why?
Then.
Because I had Plan B, and we was
Exactly.
good.
You did
You
your
know why?
precautions. You did what
Because
you
he bought it. But I'm saying there's not women. There's not women in the situation. You know what I'm saying? That have the money to do such a thing,
if
so
you
they
broke,
can't have sex.
Don't be
Yes.
fucking like that. Yeah.
Oh my God!
You acting like we asking you not to breathe no more around this motherfucker.
You might as well.
Nigga, listen,
All right,
y'all
wait,
better use their
calm it down. We
rose
gotta
as your
calm it
best
down.
friend.
Oh
We gotta-
my
That
Yeah.
rose
God.
better be your best friend if you
We gotta
broke.
calm
You
it
better
down.
invest
We
in
acting
that.
like my kid ain't sleep
Oh, yeah.
upstairs. So
Oh my God!
That's a product
what
from
Mondo
a
is
man
saying,
knowing who-
what Mondo is saying is actually right. Like
Come on, now.
you,
All I'm asking
you
for responsibility.
Can, no,
That's
no,
all I'm
listen,
asking for.
you can fuck, but you have to be willing to accept whatever consequences come with fucking.
Agreed.
I.e., a
Yo,
child. Possibly
But I'm just
happening.
saying,
all I'm
as far
saying.
as on the lean side of like, oh well, women just being irresponsible. There are some women out there. There are some women, but at the same
are gonna
time, there's
abuse
also
it.
the other side of the argument.
This is-
There's no backing for them. There's no support for them, and this should be,
Self-responsibility.
which also kind of ties into like the universal healthcare thing. I feel like reproductive rights are rights. Abortion is like another, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like everybody
Mhm.
feels how they feel about it, but
Mhm.
like reproductive rights should be. That's sick that we have to go back and forth. Like, oh, can you get your tubes tied if you want? Oh, can you afford birth control?
This,
Like,
is,
it's
no, this is
sick.
one of those things
But
where
these are all privileges we're talking about
Yeah.
right now.
This
These
is-
are all privileges.
this
we're
is
I
talking
one of the
about.
disagree.
things- No,
How are that's not a privilege? To
is
go
a
to a
privilege.
doctor's office,
Some people.
sit down and get and have an
No.
abortion? That's a privilege.
that is a
That
That's
should-
a privilege.
No, it is in America, but I think it should be. That's what I'm saying. I think it should
everywhere
be
that's a
hu-
privilege.
I think it should be a
Because
human
other countries
right.
don't really have that.
Not true. Canada, universal health
I
care.
said not all countries, but some countries
yeah, but
don't
their
have
taxes are way higher.
it. Exactly.
because of it.
A lot of
I'll
countries,
pay more in
a lot of
taxes
countries
if
don't
it
have it.
means
There
a
are
woman
some
can be
countries that have
safe.
it, but some countries don't do abortion.
If women can have safe sex, and not have to worry about having a baby if that's their choice, I'll pay a little bit extra in my taxes.
This goes to show too, you never know how good you got it until it's gone. Like this is us living in a state of being comfortable and used to shit being at our fingertips. Okay, cool, I ended up pregnant. I don't want this kid. Let me go have an abortion.
I do
And
think
once
people will take
it's taken
advantage of it
yeah,
for sure.
It's,
yeah.
it's definitely
Exactly.
taking
There's people
a
out here having 3 and 4 abortions.
Agreed.
yeah.
People out here doing it crazy.
Because
Agreed.
because
Yes.
it's an option and cool.
That shit
This
is stupid.
dude ain't gonna want to have this kid. I know he'll pay for it. I ain't got
Especially
keep
on,
out of
or
pocket.
even on the government salary. Like I feel a certain type of way about that as well.
Yeah. That's why what Mondo is saying is right. Like if you not in a position to have a kid, you should not be fucking because you're not in a position to take care of a kid if you end up
Because
pregnant.
fucking is a privilege. Also,
Like you should not be. But we're also living in reality.
It's a privilege. It's
We
not
also-
needed to survive.
We also living in the reality of We're living in the reality of the fact that we know it's gonna happen.
It's like a requirement. I feel like for me, that's why I'm like, I'm so like,
really shaking.
It is a privilege to have sex, and that's how deluded we are as people. That's a privilege.
I'm listening to this shit. I'm just like,
go back into the beginning of time.
It was
the
a
caveman
privilege.
was fucking.
No, and the caveman also was knocking the girl out with a fucking hammer and taking her to the room. Do you want to go back to those styles? That's what I'm saying. He was knocking her ass right upside the head and dragging her to the cave by the leg.
Bro.
Y'all some wild ones.
I don't always speaking the facts. That's all we speaking right now. That's all. I'm just saying.
He said, "Be responsible with your coochie."
That's all I'm asking. Is that women are acting like that is something crazy? to ask them,
I level to you to a certain point. I'm just saying. I want y'all to know all the facts from my side, being a woman.
Here,
before we go,
listen,
in.
all that,
No.
the other stuff, the stillbirths, and I can respect the rape. Listen, you got to go ahead and knock that thing up out of here. Get
the issue women don't like is that it feel like it's like when we're talking about this topic, I feel like when you say, you got to be more responsible with your coochie, but it takes two to tango. Like, we're not saying men shouldn't be held accountable either. It's because we're focusing on them at that moment. They don't want that.
Women are the gateway to sex. Everybody knows women is the gateway.
Yeah, it's easier.
Without that, yes, it doesn't go down. Men always want to fuck.
That's
Time out. Me and damn near always want to fuck.
That's not
how,
true.
Alicia?
Alicia, it is true unless
That's
outside
situational.
outside of the extreme where rape happens or sexual assault happens.
Let me ask you a question.
Outside of
The
that,
women have
to say yes.
That's why men have to approach women. That's how that go.
No.
Men supposed
not
to be the
always.
Listen, we're not gonna use the extreme.
Not every man is out here just trying to fuck.
Can we play the general game? Let's play the general
We're not gonna
game.
do the extremes. We're gonna do the general.
Come on,
It's
now.
a lot of dudes out here who want to have sex who can't have sex. It's rarely women out here who want to have sex who can't have sex.
Could it be me?
Exactly. You know how the ugly woman, Alicia, that's why this don't happen.
The party don't start until the women
My
say
birth
it can
control
start.
said not today.
Listen, there's ugly women that you've seen. You be like, how the fuck do she got a kid?
Exactly. And these guys I know out here that still 40-year-old virgins.
Like,
My God.
So,
I guess
so. Therefore,
I worked with a guy who was still a virgin.
God.
that ugly chick said yes to somebody.
I don't know no girls that are
bro, I
virgins.
guess my main
Except
frustration.
one. I do know one. What she say she is, so, but I believe her. So
I don't know no girls that are virgins, but which is supporting my argument that it's not only the men who just want to fuck, it's the women.
Exactly.
Women want to, but
Yeah, we're not saying y'all
like
don't
to be
want
chased.
to.
Women like to be chased.
Yes.
They don't
takes
want to come
real-
off as easy.
That's a whole nother topic.
Yeah,
That's
it
situational.
definitely
do be easy.
Like, my main thing is, bro, it's just it's so sad because I'm a dude that like to fornicate. I like to
As you
be
should.
responsible, Josh. You have to be responsible.
I'm
Josh
very
is not-
responsible
no, you're
with
not.
it. Yeah, what?
Nigga, you don't wear condoms. You
Well, okay, I'm very
responsible.
And this is why I don't have one night stands, Alicia, because I don't wear condoms.
Look,
No, that's fair.
That's why I don't have
It's
one night
like-
stands.
I don't do that
like
now.
condoms.
I don't do that now.
Jo-
no.
Josh,
Back in the day.
Josh is trying to
we know
plead.
that.
I've
Josh-
only had 2 one-night stands in my whole life.
Well, did
Okay.
you use a condom?
No, I mean, but
So once again,
Like,
irresponsible.
Irresponsible. You could have got burnt.
it was
She
a
could have had
game.
that yeah. And you
Look.
like, ooh, yeah, ooh. At the back, bro.
But I accepted the
Man.
potential risk of that, and it
Did you,
wasn't.
though?
I mean, I would have had to
But
one way or
if
the
one of them
other.
got pregnant, what would you do?
Now I'm not foolish.
And they
So
want to keep the baby.
It's not even about pregnancy. It's just I'm scared of that shit.
Just think about that next time you go into town.
If you
Next time I pull it to the garage
Little
before I hit the opener.
listen,
little Joshy.
if you're having sex,
Joshy Jr.
if you having sex with the condom, is more safe, but it's not guaranteed.
Facts.
You're not wearing a condom. You playing a 50. It's 50-50, regardless if she on pregnancy, birth control or not. There's kids out here born that was when somebody's on birth control.
Facts.
You playing a dangerous game. It's irresponsible.
Okay, so what about
Birth
that?
control,
That's
That's why I'm very selective.
What
with my
about that?
shit.
What if the girl, you said be irresponsible with your coochie? Well, homegirl say she's on birth control and she gets pregnant
Niggas,
and she wants an abortion.
She was being preventative. She was trying to be responsible.
See, you can't.
She
that's
was
the only
trying
thing.
to
Now
be-
she was just trying to be.
She was trying to prevent it. She wasn't being responsible. She was just trying to prevent it.
That's what sucks. That's what the argument is. People can't say if you're pro-choice, then you're pro-choice. You can't go pro-choice, but if it's this situation, it has to be one or the other.
No, it ain't.
No,
I'm saying
situational. Stuff is definitely
I'm saying going into the vote though, it has to be one or the other. There's no way they're going to be able to put asterisks if she's this.
How many amendments to that amendment are there going to be?
If you're pro-choice, you're pro-choice. Period.
They're not saying that they're not pro-choice still. They're just taking away the means of them taking the baby.
Yeah, federal government is like,
they're just taking away them doing it for you. Now you really have to put in effort if you really want to take this baby
You wanted
out.
to be irresponsible and have sex.
But that's from a state.
Now it's your responsibility. We no longer provide y'all the tool that we gave y'all to kill babies. Now you have to do it.
I'm not even mad because Big Gretch, she already said she's supporting it.
But some companies too had said basically if they're state,
which is sad.
There's companies out here who being hitman. They paying for you to go ahead and get that baby up out of here.
because it's cheaper for them. It's cheaper for the company.
That's a hitman. Listen,
it's cheaper for the company to do that.
Yeah, because they ain't got to pay for you to be off. They ain't got to pay for that maternity leave or none of that.
100%.
Go ahead.
We'll pay
for that little flight.
We ain't got to.
They fly you out. You want to get flew out? They fly you out.
I'm getting flew out this weekend for my abortion. I'm going to hell.
Dog. So what do I even need Aubrey for?
Oh my God.
I don't even need Drake no more.
Oh
you don't even need Drake to get fluid out no more, ladies.
I'm just saying, like, it's definitely a slippery slope, but like you do, like, technically you're not supposed to be having sex until you're married and or in a position to take care of kids. But we're
based on what?
Based on living life.
Based on the fact you're legally tied to this person. Now they're responsible if you have a baby.
That sounds like very religious.
That's not even religion.
That's not even religion. That's just
we are literally tied together now for real. We are legally tied together. So if we have a baby, I know you damn near gonna be here because you're legally tied.
Yeah. Your best situation is to do that.
We're not saying that we're stupid. Like
no, I believe
we're not sitting here saying like y'all should be having sex.
Marriage really ain't even religion at this point in our society. It's more legal than anything.
Facts.
Yeah. If me and Kayla decide to split up right now and like not be together, I'm still tied to her because of my kid. Like we're stuck. If me and Kayla woke up and like we hated each other, I can't stand her. I still have to deal with her because of my kid. Mm-hmm. Like it's a lifetime, which is why like the outcome of sex, the sex is really here to procreate.
That's the only reason. You can have pleasure doing procreation.
Yeah, you should not be having sex unless you're married and or you are in a position to take care of your kid. But we're not stupid and think that people are going to actually do that. So like you have to be as safe as possible because obviously what's the downfall of having sex? You end up knocking her up.
Facts.
Like it's and after that happens, you go into the whole. Damn, I don't know if like one night stands. That's a dangerous game. You don't even know this chick's first name for real. Y'all met when y'all both was drunk. Now she pregnant. Now you don't know the chick. You don't know anything about her. You don't know if her family crazy. If she have some type of disease or mental shit going on or what's going on.
Really be out here
just
she got
in her house is a box of cereal and some vodka. You just said I had a baby with her,
and she ended up pregnant. Now you don't like. I don't want to have a kid with this
Cheerios plain.
Like I don't want to have a baby with this chick, and then she like I'm gonna keep this baby, like because she can't live with aborting this baby. Now you have a kid with a complete stranger. You stuck.
That's what
you
tied
to this person you do not know anything about.
That's assuming that they have my contact information.
DNA.
What Josh just say? What you just say, Josh?
It assume if they have his contact information.
Oh my God.
Okay,
which Josh might got a couple kids out here. That's
no. I'm not saying that. But
DNA, your kid is your DNA. They could trace your DNA and find exactly where you're.
They're literally half and half. They're part of you and part of her.
Listen, the government put you on child support. They getting their money.
She know your first name. She know what you look like.
She know
your Tinder.
The government literally just taking the government really want you to be put on child support so they can just take theirs off the top.
Yeah,
that's the reason they want to do it.
So they want your other fees and fines,
and
court
fees, take our little money off the top.
She put you on child support. Like she ended up pregnant. And y'all never exchange information or anything. Once your baby born, they get the DNA from him. They can put you in the system, find out where your baby DNA match up at. Cool, bam, bam, bam. Pull up your picture, ask her, is this the dude? Yes or no?
Make you do a DNA test legally.
And then once you get proven to be this baby daddy, you get put on child support.
Yeah.
Even if you decide to man up and take care of your kid,
y'all gonna have me having sex.
I'm
I'm be like, get off me.
If y'all not together.
That's how y'all should be out here having sex. Like, damn, do I really want to risk having a baby with this motherfucker?
Give me my chastity belt.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I was like, it's better to not have sex to prevent all that from happening, but realistically, that's not going to happen. So you have to be as safe as possible.
I'm finna invest in toys. Because that's what's finna happen right now.
Like, ain't no way getting around it. This ain't like the 60s. This ain't like the 60s where you can go 5 miles down the road and fuck a different chick. She end up pregnant. You never see her again.
Yeah,
they don't find you.
But they gonna find you on Instagram. You may know this person. What the fuck? That's my baby daddy.
That's him.
All because both of y'all phones is close enough to each other.
Yep.
That one time.
Both of y'all phones on the same Wi-Fi, so now you may know this person.
Screaming.
That's literally how
She's like, you want to put your phone on my charger?
Oh my God.
I'm trying to tell you. That's how this shit happened.
Not us spiraling in this conversation. I knew it was
coming. It was a very productive conversation. I told you I was going to be controversial.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was spiraling.
But I had to make sure we calmed it down because I'm like, my kid is trying to sleep.
Oh, yeah. He's like, speaking of kids.
Look, despite what y'all may think or say, I am very selective. I don't just hook up with girls like when and ever. No, I don't.
You keep forgetting that you tell stories on this podcast that niggas don't know.
Bro, these are literally once in a while.
You fucked the chick in Vegas. You met her in the elevator.
That's when the accidents Alisha say happen. Once in a while. It only take one time.
No, he's saying like he doesn't do it as often, which I know some guys who are straight up hoes. Like he's saying he sprinkles guys who don't give a fuck. For his age and his looks, he's doing pretty well.
He's doing pretty well, but like Mondo said, it's that one time.
It only take one time.
Yeah, it do.
There's some people who got pregnant when they first time having sex.
Oh my Lord!
Hey, you think they was expecting that?
She didn't even come. Oh my Lord!
That's the gamble that they took. I'm just luckier than the rest of them.
Yeah,
I'm luckier than the rest of them.
We all take that gamble.
Listen, we all out here shooting craps. We all out here rolling our dice.
Listen,
I'm trying to tell you, we be shaking
unless you get.
I had a couple bad rolls, boy. I was like, wait a minute.
The only safe way of a woman won't get pregnant is menopause.
Yeah.
That's literally the only way.
I ain't gonna lie. Hey.
You can get a vasectomy done and it can reattach itself and you not even know.
Yo. You can?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
You get a vasectomy.
I told myself, I said, if one of those situations happen, then it is what it is. I'm having a baby. That's it. If that situation happens, like, that was a sign from, I don't believe in religious things, but like if I get pregnant, I don't know, I'm on birth control or my tubes are tied or he has a vasectomy, I'm just going to roll with it. I'm going to be like, it is what it is. And you know why? Because that's my motherfucking choice.
I ain't gonna lie, that kind of like part of the reason I'm attracted to like older women. Like,
what's your age range though, Josh? Because they 40, they bumping out babies at 40 now. Like it ain't shit.
But hey, look, my mom had me when she was 40. So
exactly, Josh. So you better be hitting the 50s.
Oh my God.
Menopause hits strike at different ages.
Yeah, it do. It depends on the woman.
Can my boot up now?
I think the oldest woman I had was 40. No, it was a couple years ago too.
We running close to the time, so we got to hit the final thing. So we watched The Boys.
Kind of.
Oh damn, I didn't even watch it. So.
You didn't watch that Black vs. Battle?
No, I didn't either. But I want to watch it.
Please watch it. It was a comedy show.
I heard
it was a comedy.
Was they singing though?
David Cheeks. I think that's the guy named on Facebook who gave us that topic to talk about.
Okay. Shouts out Dave. Yeah. Damn, my bad, Dave. I ain't even watch it. I just been hearing the backlash about it.
Man,
so I can't.
They couldn't sing worth shit.
I heard
Mario killed it. Ray J.
I heard Ray J embarrass himself to the point where Ray J he's trying to go on IG Live to like prove that he can sing. That's how bad he is.
He said he sung bad because he was holding his son.
Nah, bro. Stick to making them headphones.
No, bro. It wasn't even him.
He cannot sing.
It damn near was everybody who touched the stage except for Tank and Mario. Everybody else who touched that stage was fucking horrible.
I heard Omarion embarrassed himself.
Embarrassed the fuck out of himself.
He couldn't sing either. We all knew he couldn't sing.
That's why Mario said that's why I want to be on that weak ass tour.
Oh no! The first thing I thought
about. The dance he was doing.
So we definitely gonna watch this shit and talk amongst it in the group chat. Mm-hmm. But the topic I would definitely wanted to hit was we watched The Boys.
That shit fire.
How far did you get into it?
I got 3 episodes in. Well, I got to the 4th episode and I fell asleep on the couch.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching that shit at work. I ain't even cap.
I was trying to watch it today,
I just started episode 5. I took a nap today, but
yeah, I'm on episode 5.
I watched one
so
episode. What happened?
I can't wait to see what Black Noir do.
I want to know his
see what
powers.
he do.
He did at first when I seen it when they flash him on there.
He hasn't said anything.
He from fucking what the fuck is G.I. Joe? Is that his name? Is that G.I. Joe?
He
like that guy.
He looked like the dude from G.I. Joe. I just want to see what he do, like what his powers is.
Yeah,
but Homelander ain't shit.
He ain't.
We knew that from the beginning.
King Toxic.
Bro.
He King Toxic.
I don't even know how you fool these people, bro.
And the crazy.
Oh, that's easy.
No, the crazier
He blonde
part.
hair, blue eyes. What you mean?
The crazier part. And he got the American flag as a cape.
Exactly.
Bro,
He
like,
pure-
That don't
And
scare you. I don't know what would in this day and age.
He's the Captain America we was talking about. When I was watching, I said, "This is Captain America we was talking about last."
But he
couple
act like
episodes
Captain
the
ago.
crazy thing is, Homelander, like, this is still not shit compared to what I know he's just going to turn into.
Oh,
Man,
this is
he's not
way
gonna be
worse.
shit.
It's been real bad. So
Oh my god.
first episode, like, basically these superheroes they work for a company and they get paid and they care more about their image than anything fucking else.
It's
These
a
motherfuckers
business.
stuff.
They literally run a
Yeah.
business.
This shit is fucking crazy. Like when old dude A-Train ran through homie girlfriend.
Dog.
Bro, listen, when that shit happened, I'm like, "What the fuck?" Just
I had to rewind it. I literally was like, "What
Yes.
happened?"
I was staring right at, like, I was watching that shit in real time, and that motherfucker slowed down. I was like,
all I seen all this blood just come out, and I said, "He said, I'm sorry, I can't."
And I didn't know the show was bloody. I was like, "Oh,
no.
shit!"
Oh,
it
gets-
told you at the beginning.
It did.
It let you
It-
know.
Yeah,
It
but
get
I was like,
crazy.
"Oh, okay." Like, a warning.
This is like the real life superheroes. The superheroes
Yeah.
really superheroes. This is what I think it would actually look like.
Yeah,
Dude.
publicity for sure.
Publicity, money wise, they
then
definitely
dude-
capitalize.
Power.
Yes. for
Then
sure.
you see dude, like, he give him that weak ass apology. He don't even remember, like,
He don't remember.
he don't even care
Yeah.
that much. Like, I killed your girlfriend. Like, he
Yeah.
ran
Didn't
into him
even
again.
remember.
Like,
Didn't even
I mean, a lot of
recognize that
people-
nigga.
They was coming out his girlfriend's house,
Oh, Huey.
and they didn't even recognize him. He was like, "Do you remember me?" He kept hyperventilating.
yeah, he like,
Oh,
dude,
my
he's
Bro,
like,
you don't stop breathing this hard.
like, he's like, don't you remember? He's like, I meet a lot of people, man. Like,
Didn't even
nigga,
remember.
Or when he was at the club and he was like, yeah, I ran through her so fast. A molar. I had one of her molars. I was like, oh no. He's like a fly.
That shit was fucking
And then
up.
I was like,
Or-
and
or
they
no.
started laughing
Oh,
and they're like,
those
oh my
all
god.
old dude, the deep, the fake,
Yeah.
that weak ass Aquaman who basically had old girl suck his dick.
Suck
first
his
time.
dick to be initiated into the group. And she
Wait,
did
this-
it. The fact that she did it. Oh my god.
But in real life,
See, look,
in real
I
life,
kind of
that shit
missed
what
that
happened.
scene. I seen it, but then I got to doing something. Then I missed that scene. Did she really?
You didn't see her do the action, but
But you
like,
hear her like choking
yeah, you
essentially
get her
in
like
the bathroom.
making herself.
Wait,
puke
I
in the
didn't hear
bathroom and
that.
shit.
I ain't hear.
That was in the first episode.
When he
Like,
stripped,
I remember
that's
the
when they went
scene.
into the
I remember
table
the scene.
when they was looking at the table and he was
Yeah.
talking to her.
Yeah, I
he
remember.
pulls his pants down and she's like, oh my god.
I
And
didn't see
he's-
what happened. Like
He
I
pulled his
don't
dick
know.
out essentially and was like,
Yeah, he
do you
pulled
want to
his
be
dick.
part of the team?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like if you want to be part of the team,
Damn,
yo,
she really-
you gotta do
I would
this.
have beat his ass.
She was taking hella shit for the.
No, she was going to, but then he was like, if you do that, then we could just make you look bad in the public. Like you just went psycho and started attacking 1 to 7.
Not to mention
He wanted a Harvey
the
Weinstein.
translucent boy was in there. Why she was doing it?
Oh no, translucent.
hiding.
So spoiler alert for anybody else.
Yeah.
Translucent.
we in the
Well,
first
we gotta-
season.
we gotta
Y'all ain't
break it
seen
down
the
a
first
little bit.
season yet. It's the they on the
That's
third
like 4
season
years
now.
old.
Translucent gets killed, like in the next episode.
As he
Bro,
no, I saw that
listen.
when they shocked it when he shocks him.
No.
Oh no,
Oh, he's
he
still
didn't
alive
kill him.
after that.
They stuck
They stuck-
fucking
they stuck-
C4 up his ass
yeah.
and
So,
then blew him up.
They spent like the whole second episode trying to figure out how to kill this nigga. So at first they had like a carbon bullet like made from like the same type of shit his skin is. They shot it at him.
It
That
went
bitch
straight through
bounce-
him.
What is he
bouncing
like?
all off the
Is
walls
he
and shit.
awake this whole time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He talking shit to him the whole time. You fucking assholes.
Like
Yeah.
y'all think y'all can
Goes
kill
right
me with
through
that
me.
shit?
Y'all are
My
fucking stupid.
impenetrable ass skin.
So
y'all got me
then,
fucked
they
up.
end up knocking him out. They shocked him to the point he knocked out, and they shoved C4 up his ass. And then once he woke up and he realized it's in his body, he's like,
He said,
I
"Son
do
feels
whatever
funny
y'all
in my
want."
ass."
I do whatever y'all want. Like at that point, because he
He
knew.
was like,
my
you try to
God.
take it out, boom.
Because they
I
figured
pressed
out
this button, boom. I was like, damn.
they
nigga.
figured out his skin was nothing but a shell. Because they were
Yeah.
watching a turtle video and he said, "I got it."
Frenchie,
And he
Frenchie
went
that
in,
dude.
he
I
said,
fuck
yep,
with Frenchie.
yeah, Frenchie. He went in there and knocked him out. He said, "Help me with him." Knocked him out, and the next thing you know, he waking up said, "I feel a little weird."
Oh,
That's because they didn't rape you with
no.
C4.
Oh my
But
god!
Homelander, not shit. The scene
Not
with
shit.
the airplane.
Took it out.
When the kid was like, "Isn't that your friend?" Oh my god!
No,
I was like, he's killing him.
He ain't kill him. Like this scene with the airplane. The plane got hijacked, and he ended up lasering the dude because one of the hijackers killed the pilot. So he lasered the dude and destroyed the controls of the airplane.
Did they hijack the plane? I think he was just trying to kill that dude for trying to extort.
For homegirl.
No.
Yeah, I thought that's what he was trying to do.
He was just killing her for that.
On the plane.
Because dude had a gun or a knife to the pilot's neck. Yeah. And they like, yo, chill. And then
so why was he attacking the plane though?
It was hijacked her. It
got hijacked by somebody while it was going across the sea.
It was hijacked by 4 people. And Homelander and the fake Wonder Woman.
I don't know her name.
Yeah, they kill. I don't think they ever said her name, but they kill all the hijackers. So then when they go up to the cockpit, the dude got the pilot as a hostage. And they tried to yo, calm down, blah, blah, blah. And then Homelander eyes start to light up to get ready to laser him. So he killed the pilot, and Homelander sliced him with his laser vision and sliced the controls to the airplane.
Yeah, so the bitch started going down.
I thought he just because in that scene he just flew up there and just hit the side of the plane and got the fuck on.
No, first episode.
No. That was
in the first episode.
Different plane.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because
I
know he didn't have no contact.
He did kill that guy though. He killed the governor guy.
He killed that governor.
Yeah, he killed that dude.
And his kid.
Yeah,
he literally flew on the side of the plane.
Okay.
This one. So after they
were on
a
rescue mission.
Yeah, see, I remember this one too.
Okay.
Y'all have
fun.
This is a different plane.
Yeah, I was say what plane are we talking?
The Wonder Woman chick, she's like, yo, like.
She's my fave, by the way. She's funny as fuck.
She's like, can you fly a plane? And Homelander's laughing. He's like, no, I can't fly a plane. This is air. It's like there's nothing like to really stabilize it.
Like,
and then she's like, okay, how about you save each person just flying down to the ground? He's like 123 people. He's like, come on, like there's not enough time to do that.
Like we gotta go, bitch.
They care more about their image than
so he was like, we gotta go. So he's leaving. Everybody's like, Homelander, like, you gonna save us? He's like, oh yeah, we gonna save
I got y'all.
Shut the fuck up.
So he's walking to the back, and the chick like looking scared, and then this mom, and she tries to save this mom and this daughter. He's like, no, you got to leave them too. And it's like
nobody can survive.
Yeah,
you can't make it look like we couldn't do our job.
And the Wonder Woman chick's like, we like just these two at least. He like, no, so they can be the survivors and tell everybody that we didn't even bother to try to save. Everybody's like, no, they gotta stay too. So then people trying to run the home like, please save us. And he's like, everybody get the fuck back. And he's like, I'll laser the fuck out of all y'all.
Everybody back the fuck up so quick. Wow.
So then like everybody like he sat everybody down. So he's like, come on. So he made her leave the mom and the daughter behind, and they flew off the plane and just watched it. And they just floated in there watching the plane crash.
I was saying after the 4th, 5th episode, I'm like, I don't know how much you're gonna be your favorite character after that. I'm like,
Homelander, your favorite character?
No, I was Homegirl.
Off-brand Wonder Woman.
No. Old girl, like great value Wonder Woman. She felt bad.
Great value.
She felt horrible after that happened. Like she
no,
really
I'm saying she.
Yeah.
And then when I think she's like a good person because like not a good person, but I think that she like is just so used to being part of the team or whatever. Because like when Homegirl was all like crying and gagging on the dick, she was like, straighten yourself up. Don't ever let them see you like this. Like she was like kind of like telling her like,
oh,
get your shit
that's
together,
what she was fixing her.
Yeah, she was sucking D.
No.
Why did that not click with me till just now?
Homelander is like literally he don't give a fuck about people. He's like, my image is all that matters. I don't give a fuck. Old girl at least felt bad that they didn't say anything.
Alisha, there was one scene where there's like this painting like in front of the office.
The CEO of the company.
It's like, and it's a portrait of himself on
right
this
in front of it.
And he's just sitting there staring at it. And like from the outsider perspective, it looked like he's just staring at a painting of himself like a fucking creep. But it's even creepier than you think. On the other side of the wall is the fucking head of the bureau. Yep. And he's just staring at her through the wall. And one time he was staring at her while she was like getting her breast milk ready for her kid, bro.
It was in that scene because all you hear is you hear the breast pump in the background.
Yeah, because she's pumping.
Man, it was ringing,
he's just
bro.
X-ray vision watching her.
Because them both his girls. He got a thing for her, and then him and Off-Brand Wonder Woman had their little thing back in the day because he still was telling her. He was literally telling her, "You still mine. You better not ever get nobody."
He basically told like if you go to anybody else, like I don't know what I would do. Like he's basically threatening, like I just don't know what I would do if you.
And they in front of everybody at the little racetrack when they was about to race, and they just sit like this. He grabbing her behind her neck, caressing her and stuff like
in front of everybody.
But it's one of them little toxic grabs. It's like it's like I beat your ass.
Like I own
It's like
you.
one of my beat your ass.
Little toxic grab.
Yeah, so
it's like I beat your ass, but I'm trying to be nice because we're in front of
Oh,
people.
Yeah,
my
he
God.
grabbing like pretending, and he's making it look like because everybody's like kiss him because he's holding her like he turned her towards him to make it look.
Oh,
like
they're
he's
like a
about to kiss.
couple in the eye in the public
They
eye?
had.
No.
They were
They
before.
were.
They broke up.
Okay.
So he's trying to make it look
Oh,
like they're about to
my
Well,
kiss.
she broke up with. Well, he just not with her, but she with him.
Oh
technically.
my God.
The show is fucking great.
It's a good ass show.
I know. I was just so busy. I couldn't watch. I'm like, dude, I got homework. I just watched the one, but I did watch the one episode, and I was like,
The
oh,
shit
okay, this
get
is
good.
I
interesting.
know. That's why I said I sat down.
Homelander, he killed that one sniper and shit. He punched a hole through his chest.
Man, they out here killing
Like,
shit.
like
They-
slow. Like he punched in and he like didn't make a sound.
No, he punched him. He
Nice.
just goes, shh, it's okay. It's okay. Like, dude just slowly dying. Like, Homelander is not shit.
They're savage.
But
I know.
I did hear a spoiler that, like, when he fights somebody that's on the same level with him or close enough to his level, he get his ass handed
Oh,
to
I
him.
bet. I can't wait.
Like
That's what I was
Homelander
thinking.
just so used to being so overpowered
He don't train.
that he don't feel like anybody is a threat to him. So once he finally fights somebody that's like actually a threat
don't
to
know
him,
what
he's
to
just
do.
like, oh shit, like
See, I want to watch
I'm
this,
really not big
but
shit.
Stranger Things comes out this weekend. So
Listen.
we're going to have to
I
pause the
can't
boys for a
wait
second.
this. Shout out to all the Stranger Things fans.
I'm a-
We back live this
We're in
weekend.
this bitch.
We in this bitch.
11?
But
Vecna?
I'm about to keep watching The Boys and
Let's
Attack
go.
on Titan.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
I'm watching.
okay,
I'm watching
yeah.
The Boys.
I
I'm
got
gonna
so
finish
much
watching some of that
Stranger
tonight.
Things trumps it all.
But Stranger Things, I gotta see how this season is.
It's about to be hot.
It's about to be lit for sure.
Don't text me this weekend. Don't call me.
This is how this episode's ending. We over an hour mark. It's
Okay.
gonna be a bitch editing this video. It take hours to fucking render the video
Yep,
just because
to
of
get
how
it
long
on.
it is.
Yep.
Y'all got any encouraging words for the listeners?
Be careful with them coochies. And fellas, be responsible for what you stick your dick in.
Yeah,
Very true.
I fuck with that right there.
Her body, her choice.
I also fuck with that right there.
Period.
Man, it's okay to have one night stands if you know the consequences of your actions.
Hey, we
And
I agree.
Omni-Man over Homelander.
Really?
Without question. Bro, Homelander is just, I mean, they're both pieces of shit.
Really?
I can respect Omni-Man's love because Omni-Man at least trains and he handles his fucking biz.
Who's
Compared to
Omni
Homelander.
Man for?
You never watched
Like,
Invincible? It's on Amazon Prime too. You should
Okay.
watch that.
Like, he
Oh,
actually,
yes.
like, Omni-Man actually has a goal that he's setting for it. Like, what the fuck is Homelander's, like, objective here? Just to, like, smash?
you should watch Invincible because it's
That's
not
honestly what it feels
it's not
That's
as
like the animated version,
Yeah.
but
It
like
is. Okay.
but it's
more
not as
lighthearted.
political.
Okay.
It's not even lighthearted. It's just
not
as fucked
lighthearted, but you know what I mean. Like more like it's got like a animated show
Hell,
feel.
up. Man,
More about
Omni-Man was whooping his son ass, and his son's like when he found out his dad's a villain, he was like, "Yo, like," because his
Don't
dad's
tell
basically
him
like
the plot
Superman.
twist. Just watch
True.
it.
Okay.
We can't tell you the plot twist.
Okay.
But when he,
That's what
I
gets you
just
hyped.
gotta, I just gotta say this one line.
Just
'cause
the
I was
first
gonna-
episode will get
It's
you
right.
in.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
with it.
the end of the episode. But like when Omni-Man told him like your mom is more of a pet than me.
Oh
like a wife.
yeah, bro.
That was OD
The
right
shit.
there.
I'm-
He's like, what about mom? He's like, your mom is a pet. I was like, oh.
He's like, I do love your mom, but she's more like a pet. His dad's basically like Superman. Like,
He's from
she
another
watching
planet.
that. She
From
watching
another
that on the
planet.
screen, bro.
And the mom's like, which
And-
low key,
and-
she was woke though. She knew something
and
was
it's
up.
gory. It's,
People love their
it's gory
pets.
like The Boys.
It's real gory.
What'd you say?
People love their pets.
All right, y'all. That's gonna do
They're
it.
like
for this
family.
week.
Oh my god.
That's gonna do it for this week, y'all. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Listen to us on all streaming platforms.
And we thank y'all for that fucking support. Shout out to you.
Yes, we do. All right, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm Clay Tizzle.
I'm Jay Smooth.
I'm Alisha.
And Mondo.
Signing out. Peace.
Yeah.